Wire it and fire it. That's pretty much all there is. Good morning. Welcome to Garage. And if you haven't been keeping up on shit car, we've brought it back from the dead. We've put in an SR20 from JDM of California, and we're getting pretty far along in the swap. We've got the intercooler piping and exhaust done, but today we're gonna put that all back on and actually get to plumbing most of the stuff up and all the odds and ends you don't want to do on a swap, and just try and get as close as we can to finished before it goes to wiring and final fire. Kent's gearing up for the shot. Yep. I'm gonna start by putting on the alternator, fitting up the belts, things like that. Then we'll put the front end back together, get the intercooler piping done for once and for all, and then start doing some of the vacuum hoses and hooking that stuff up. And then I gotta figure out, I think my biggest concern, which is the clutch today. So quite a few things, just odds and ends, but my main concern is the clutch because it's very awkward from the deleting it from the ABS system and stuff like that with BMW. I have to think of something clever, or it might be easy, just like the brakes were. So we'll see, but I'm gonna get started and then start assembling this motor again.
All right, Dan, what we got going on here?
So I tried to modify this water neck just a little bit to get that away from the fans, but this is old aluminum that's been kind of soaking up coolant and stuff, and it didn't clean it very well, so you got these little pores and stuff in there that just pop out. I can see it when I'm welding it. It sucks, so I knew it, but I just ran all the way around it anyway. But these little pores will seep, and that'll create a water leak, so just a bad cleanup job on my part. Just tried to rush through it. That's why you don't rush through shit, because then I got to do it again.
Because the aluminum is actually soaks up over time, right?
It's like a sponge, sort of. So it just has stuff just soaked in there over time, the coolant and whatnot, and it's just corroded and gross. This can aluminum corrodes too, and that's part of it. Is that corrosion has just little pockets in there that's just holding a bunch of crap that's been for the last 20 years. Ideally, I would have liked to use a new piece of metal for that, but we didn't have anything the same size. So normally, if you have a new piece of metal, you can kind of make that happen. But with two old pieces like that, you got to really clean it. I didn't really clean it. Gotcha. Moving on. So very quickly, I tried to route some of the vacuum lines and just get ahead there. So brake booster stuff is good. There's the check valve is in there from the factory BMW, which is important. If you don't have that, this will fill with boost. You won't have brakes. So that worked out pretty well. Put in a boost controller, which I found in the cabinet. That's pretty nice. And then got the fuel stuff a little bit hooked up. And then routing our coolant hoses, which is good. Got the belts all tidied up, ready to go. And then we just got to get a few more clamps for this, but we're hot and tired, ready to go home. So pick this up tomorrow, finish up, and should be ready to go other than wiring.
Hey you, yeah you, the jabroni that's spending all of that hard-earned time and money on that heap of shit that's taking up valuable garage space at your mom's house. You know, I bet you didn't bat a lash on the cost of that engine swap, or those industrial-sized nitrous tanks that are sitting in your trunk. I bet you even thought you were thrifty when you went over to Alibaba and got yourself a couple of Hong Kong Hurricanes for your build. But you know what you didn't think about? All the little crap that holds up your build progress, because you forgot to get it. Hoses, fittings, hardware. And why does that stuff normally hold you up? It's not that you just forgot about it. It's because you gotta get it sent to you. And you gotta get it resent to you when you find out the size and thread pitch is wrong because it was labeled incorrectly on the shitty Amazon resellers page that you bought it from. I can guarantee you most definitely didn't think about buying safety equipment either. Luckily, our boys over at Pegasus Auto Racing have you covered on all the shit that you habitually forget about when you get overzealous on making 1,000 horsepower in your street hoopty. Head over to PegasusAutoRacing.com. If you entered this code right here, free shipping in the contiguous 48. That's America minus Alaska and Hawaii. Also, you get entered into their $5,000 cash giveaway. If you spend over $200 and enter this code, you get 5 extra entries into their $5,000 cash giveaway. Do it. Do the thing. Do it now. Vinny, tell them to do the thing.
Do the thing, guys.
Okay.
So today is our last day to work on shit car before it has to get wired up and then fired up. So I have just a few things left to do, just the small odds and ends. We're gonna start with the fuel lines. We got a new drive shaft dropped off. Dudes from Drive Lines came by, did it the same day. They're amazing. And yeah, just weird odds and ends. So the last little things you have to do to finish the build, light at the end of the tunnel. We'll, I'm sure, find some things that I forgot, but I'm just gonna get right into it and finish this thing up. Put in the new drive shaft, fits great, and starting to look to running the fuel lines. It's kind of difficult to take the tank down and all that right now. So gonna have to run it the same side it was, but I have a plan. We'll block everything off and have a heat shield over it and then run it across. The clutch line actually works out for the one that I got from ISR, from the SR20 to the BMW, does fit. We'll have to tighten that up and get a few washers, like crush washers, to make that work. But I'm going to start tightening everything up and start tightening down the power steering lines and all that final stuff, and then we'll pull off all the intercooler piping, check everything out, clean it all out so we're not taking in metal, and then we'll put the clamps on and that will be done and final. Power steering will be done final, clutch will be done final, and then we'll get to the brakes, tighten everything down, put some fluid in it, test it out, test the clutch, make sure everything works. That was a big fear of mine, so I'm gonna make sure that that works first, and then we should be good. Looks like all systems are go. We are ready for wiring. I got most of the vacuum lines run. I got some vacuum caps, some other things that little things I have to do, but the fuel lines are run. The whole fuel system's done. I tested it. It works. Coolant stuff is all good. This thing's ready to wire up. We just got to make a couple plates. Probably some things I'll do off camera just to fix it up. Just, you know, little odds and ends, but wire it and fire it. That's pretty much all there is. And then we're going to go try and rip it somewhere. We'll take it to the burn yard and just thrash. So thanks for watching. See you next time.